I hate how it slows down in between each one, but this is the last orbit. It's out at Apoapsis that we're going to be doing this, so. Pretty good aim at our maneuver node here on the nav ball. Get ourselves down to probably about 4 seconds before, because I'm not going to go at full speed. Well, I'm going to go at full speed, but then I'm going to cut the engines right away. And I waited too long. Ignore everything I said. I was wrong. Okay. That's pretty darn good. That's good enough for me. Okay. That means right around here somewhere is where we're going to want to stop. That seems pretty good. 200 meters per second. We've got 14. So yeah, we have way more than we needed. I'm not going to complain about that for sure. F5 for safety. Let's get our target, but get in surface mode. Let's aim ourselves at our maneuver node. Let's get up to be up. Let's lower that landing gear. Don't actually care about this anymore. All I care about is my impact time. And the fact that I forgot to turn the brightness down, so I'm blinding my viewers. There we go. Impact in 30 seconds. Burn of 13 seconds. I should probably start pretty soon. I think I'm going to start now. So while I don't want to hit the prospector, I'd like to come down near it. Say within a kilometer. I'm pretty sure I'm going to now. Aim retrograde. We've got 13 seconds before impact. There we go. That should come down right next to it. Going to turn ourselves sideways. Kind of wish I had built the ship slightly differently. Or maybe once in space, I'm going to reconfigure Jeb so he's facing forward, so that down will be down. And then when I'm coming down, the solar panels will just naturally be in the sun, the way I like to land. Okay, the burn is 2 seconds. Our impact is in 12. Hate that jiggly thing here. And nice, 30 meters away from the probe. Okay, let's get these drills going again. I must not have actually deployed it somehow. Let's get the radiators going. And the solar panels. Not that we need them. And now let's hop Jeb out. Actually, let's hit F5. Let's hop Jeb out and plant our flag before we forget. Do not break the solar panels, Jeb. I think we're going to put it right over here next to this rock that will probably not be here when we get back. Touchdown! Yes, we do. And tough down. This whole mission has been a tough down, actually. Safe Newt. Want to be able to actually see the flag from the ship. There we go. Plant a flag. Minmus. I feel like I've been here before. Of course, the ISRU isn't doing much work while Jeb is not in the ship. Okay. And actually, I don't think the ISRU is doing any work because I forgot to turn it on. Although maybe I forgot to turn it off. Maybe it's been running this whole time. I think it's been. I think this thing has been running since we left. Since we left Minmus the first time. Thermal efficiency is now up. We are at 100%. Both drills are running. This is converting. We are good to go for super time warp to fill up the tanks. And we're going to fill up the ore tank too, because we can convert ore into fuel on the fly, so we might as well. Okay, I guess we could. I don't know why I'm trying to like catch this in the act. There we go. Ore's filling up. Mostly I just don't want to waste time. It feels like I'm wasting time if I do that. Okay, let's stop these guys. We could, in theory, let this thing keep running, but I don't want to do it. I'm going to wait until we're a little bit lower on fuel. Okay, our TWR is still 10, which is perfectly fine. We're going to leave the Prospector down here, and it's going to come up and dock with us later. It has 700 meters per second, which is plenty to get back into orbit. The reason it's so low on fuel is because it started out with less fuel, and it also what's the word for it? Hopped around a little bit to find a good spot to land. So, we're going to take off to the left. And we want an apoapsis of 30. And we should probably also retract all these. There we go. Raise our landing gear for the long, long journey to Duna, which I haven't even planned yet. Just realized that I wanted to install the transfer planner mod. You know what? I could fill that ship up and take it with me, but I want this thing to be as self-sufficient as possible, given all the non-self-sufficiency I've been dealing with in the thing, and bringing an extra ship just seems a little cheaty. Plus, it's twice as much work when this guy can land everywhere we're going and fill up and get to the next place. So I don't think it's worth it. By far, the hardest part of this mission was Eve and then Moho. The rest of it is actually knock plastic, going to be a lot easier. That's retrograde. I actually want to go prograde. I'm going to use the time warp trick. $40 by 30. That's perfectly fine. Okay. I think I actually need to exit out of the game. Because we are nowhere near a proper Moho window. We need to be like over here. We're like 6 months away. So I'm going to stop the stream. I'm going to exit out of the game. I am going to install the transfer window planner. I'm going to come back into the game. I'm going to set up a transfer window, and I'll be back. It'll probably be 5 or 10 minutes at the most. So I will be back. Okay, with any luck, I'm back. And we have the trajectories mod. Yay! Kerbin to Duna. Looks like we got a nice fat transfer right here for 1671. Very, very good. Let's go ahead and add an alarm and Kerbal alarm clock for that. It's a little bit before our mid-course correction on our Tajul ship, which is nice. Yeah, in the chat you were saying I could put up a screensaver, but I would have to, like, actively do that. Here I just say stop recording, and then it stops recording. And it works. And then the problem is I only do this Twitch stuff when I'm actually recording. I don't actually want to spend my other spare time configuring Twitch to work correctly. But anyway, so we've got our alarm here. The question is, do I have anything orbiting Kerbin right now? And the answer is no. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to launch something to orbit Kerbin. Something ridiculously simple. Let's take ourselves a probe. Let's put a nose cone on it. Where's that little... This one's too big, right? Yeah. Where's that little dinky nose cone? There it is. Boip! Look at that little guy. Look at that little guy. Okay, let's put an Oscar. And an engine. This is probably overkill. Definitely overkill. Anything I put on here is going to be overkill. What can I get away with a round 8? Although the round 8's bigger, isn't it? Y'all are probably wondering what the heck is he doing? Yeah, this is stupid. Does the round 8 have more fuel than the Oscar? I guess the round 8 does have more fuel than the Oscar. It makes sense. It's bigger. Okay, we'll just have more fuel than we need. The whole purpose of this is not to take a lot of time. What I'm doing here is I am setting up a ship that I can make a maneuver node for to eject to Duna at the time that the transfer window planner told me. That way I'll have a maneuver node visible in map mode while... will this do it? This is... That's way more than I need. That's also way more than I need. Can we get away with a hammer? What is the Atmo efficiency of this guy? Yeah, we almost don't even need a freaking solid fuel booster. Will this seriously work if I do this? Can I freaking SSTO this guy? The world's smallest SSTO. Will this really work? This feels like it won't work. I mean, it needs solar panels. And I could probably use fins. I'm going to try it. I've never made an SSTO this small. The smallest fins are too big. Let's try to get away with only 3 of them. This guy's going to have the hardest time getting to orbit. Wow. That cuts off a significant amount of his meters per second. He's going to get really, really back heavy. Actually, can we just disable the oxidizer for these 3 and then enable them as we go? So it'll burn, it'll, actually wait, no, we want to disable the oxidizer from this one and then not this one. So this one goes first, and as soon as this one goes, then we'll enable this one. I think that'll work. Oxidizer's heavier than liquid fuel. This can't work. But it's only $2,000. Yeah, what I should have done was when I launched Jeb's last craft, I should have realized I was going to need this. Let's actually use the gravity turn mod. Why not? Get him up to a nice 100-kilometer orbit. Look at this little guy. He can't have the meters per second he needs. Oh, I disabled liquid fuel from one and oxidizer from the other. That was dumb. Oh well. He seems to be doing okay. I mean, he's got a great thrust to weight ratio. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm actually just going to bring all of these up. And as we run out of things, we're going to run out of oxidizer first. I'm going to be ready on this guy here. Although he's already at the point where he's throttling himself down. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is like such a waste. I could just send something up really quick with an SRB, but like this is so unique. I've never I've never even considered this as a possibility. I'm very intrigued by it. I could definitely time warp, though. Let's go ahead and 4 times time warp this guy. And as this oxidizer, actually this is liquid fuel. As this liquid fuel gets close to being out, what is he doing? Why did he do that? I think that would have worked if the gravity turn mod hadn't freaked out. I'm going to revert to launch. We're going to try this again. I don't need the transfer window planner. Thank you. Okay. Let's try this again without screwing around. Let's actually enable all of our tanks. I might be overly concerned with center of mass. Might be time warp too. Might have screwed it up. Let's go up to 3 times time warp. I've noticed some issues with 4 times time warp. Having issues with 3 times time warp, so I'm slowing it down to 2. Yeah, I mean the gravity turn mod is actually throttling back right when it gets up to was that about a Mach and change. So yeah, we don't really have to worry about center of mass at all. And we've still got 2.4 in the tank. Yeah, I think possibly. I'm ready to abort this if it starts accelerating crazily. But I think it might have freaked out because it was it had run out of fuel and then I screwed with it. It's not Not the first time or the last that I was overly concerned with. Okay, now let's abort. Ha! I know what the problem is. It's not the gravity turn mod. This guy has no power. He needs power. I wonder if I could put solar panels on him as fins. All he needs is one solar panel. On his back. What's his throw? Yeah, let's change the delta V here. Let's put all this back. I was concerned over nothing. Okay. Yeah, one solar panel on his back should be enough. Two of them. Let's do three. Yeah, I totally forgot that he needs, like, electric power. Okay, we gotta set our destination to 100. Someday I'll fix that part of this mod. Go up to 4 times until we start seeing some problems. We already saw some problems. Can I limit the gimbal of this thing? There we go. Okay, back up to 4 times. Nice. Yeah, he totally ran out of electric charge while he was ascending, and then I couldn't control him anymore. I'm smart. Who needs electricity? I know. Jeb doesn't need electricity. Well, he does, actually. That was one of the problems. I don't think he's going to make it to orbit. Oh, he's so close. Yeah, I think we're going to make it to orbit. Yeah. 200 meters per second left. That's nice. Okay. Sadly, we got a little bit of a heat issue here, but looks like we'll make it fine. Nose cone's glowing hot. I love this little ship, though. This makes me so happy. This little dinky SSTO. I'm going to use this in every save now as my orbit planner. Then we're going to get him into a nice 100 by 100 orbit. We are now in space. We are having some issues with electric charge now, which is bad. This is very bad, actually. I should have launched in the morning. I should have launched in the morning. And I do not have the meters per second to fix this. Or do I? I think I might. Periapsis of 59. Just got to get it up to 70. There we go. Periapsis of 70. We still have electric charge. Now out here, we can bring our periapsis up to 100. How much fuel we got? We have 100 meters per second left. Don't need the gravity turn mod anymore. Now, hopefully, at least one of my solar panels will be in the sun. It is. Why does the transfer window planner keep coming up when I come out of time warp? We can't aim at the maneuver node, but we can aim prograde, which is where we want to be aiming. I know you have reaction wheels in you. Do you not have reaction wheels in you? I thought this thing had reaction wheels. Well, there goes that idea. Okay, let's turn our gimbal back up. And time warp ourselves around. Yay for gimbal. Okay, our periapsis is now over 100. That's all we really care about. Then at this periapsis, we are going to pull our apoapsis down. So we want this thing to be a nice 100 by 100 orbit. It's got to be pretty darn close for it to be effective. I think we're going to just warp ourselves around here. I'm actually more concerned about solar panels in the sun than I am about the maneuver node. So yeah, we have 69 meters per second. We need 57 to get this done. This is on the verge of being a little too tight, especially considering, yeah, that's definitely a bug I'm going to have to report. This thing is new. Okay, so I'm going to aim down. I'm going to hit the gas just a little bit, and then we're going to time warp. There's my maneuver node. Whoa, yeah, this guy has very little control. Okay, all I really care about is my apoapsis and periapsis. I'm trying to watch like 3 things at once here. Okay, 98 by 101. I'm just going to leave it at that. That's fine. We've only got 3 meters per second left anyway. Okay, now, finally, here's the trick. I've got this. Let's see, where is it? Oh, that's the ultimate challenge. We've got this. I thought you could see the time on this thing, but apparently I can't. Oh, or is it this? Yeah, here we go. Universal time. This is when we want to eject. So now we are going to close this. We're going to add a maneuver node anywhere. We're going to paste that time into here. Did that work? No. Is it supposed to be a year from now? Oh wait, no, it's this one here. That was the wrong one. We want this one. That's the duration. There we go. Now, this is now on the right orbit. So now what we got to do is figure out where we want to eject to, and that's just bringing this up so it's out. There we go. Now, where are we going to be when this happens? Are we going to be here or are we going to be here? It looks like we're going to be here, which is convenient because it's very close to where we are now. So, go into this mode so I don't snap it back to the current orbit. Drag it around like this. Maybe a little bit farther this way. Yeah, that's actually pretty good right there. You can also fiddle with the timing on this thing. Yeah, it looks like I got it just right because the apoapsis isn't changing as I change the time.